Hi guys, Thogrey here for a new video, and this video will be my top 5 fun comps that you can play in Season 3 of Shadowlands, patch 9.2.5. Of course, this is my opinion since I play a few classes, a few specs. It might be that I miss some comps that I never play because my spec isn't in one of those comps. So please comment below what you think about the current meta, but also which comps are you playing, which specs are you playing, what do you find fun to play, what don't you really find unfun to play against or with. And yeah, let's learn together which comps you can play in Arenas Season 3 of Shadowlands. You will see in the timestamps below the few comps that I'm discussing, but also the honorable mention that I'm also going to state and going to cover. But yeah, you will see some gameplay around those comps, and I hope you like it. So my first comp that I prefer to play at this very moment is Retribution Paladin, Warrior, and a healer. That healer would be a resto druid or a resto shaman. It is not a secret for anyone. It is one of the funniest comp that you can play as a ret and as a war. The inherent damage and the ability to one-shot people is something you always want to look for in World of Warcraft. This has been since vanilla, that finding ways to one-shot and decimate people was always on everyone's minds. The warrior with Conqueror's Banner giving the mastery to the ret and giving the ability to make him one-shot whole groups of enemies makes it especially fun for the Retribution Paladin. The safety net of Intervene, Bop, Bubble, and the self-healing from the ret gives also some backup resource if your healer can't manage to heal or follow your steps. The healer has also a fan job because they are often not the kill target and have, when possible of course, great CC to give to the enemy, to the team. I recommend to play with a resto druid or with a resto shaman, but you could make it work with a holy priest or with a holy paladin. Quick strength, the instant burst and the constant application of the MS from the Fury or Arms Warrior, the possibility to play safe with the self-healing and CDs from both War and Paladin, the fast CC application to the kill target and off target, and the fast-paced gameplay that it can provide is very fun to actually live as a Retribution Paladin or a Warrior. The weaknesses of that comp, they have difficulties versus coordinated RMPs and also some caster cleaves. With the rise of LSX comps, they have a tough time dealing with the constant pressure and CC from the enemy team. Speaking of lock shaman comps, this is the second comp that I prefer to play when I'm playing my lock or my elemental shaman. You can play the lock shaman healer combo. The lock shaman combo, LS, has always been a staple in World of Warcraft PvP, be it as an affliction lock, as an destruction warlock, or now even as a demonology. You can make this comp work because of the sheer power, survival, and CC that it has. The enemy team will always have a tough job knowing for which spec it should be going for and how and when they can actually be offensive versus that comp. The healer also has a fun job as it's never really tunneled, and the silences interrupts will probably go for the lock or elemental shaman. With now demonology being as strong as it is, fighting this comp becomes very tedious with the amount of totems, pets, minions, and elemental that are on the battlefield and pretty much up all the time. I'd recommend to play with a holy priest whenever you play with that comp, as it probably is one of the best healers in the game and a lot of oh crap spells that you can actually utilize as a holy priest. You could also make it work with a holy paladin or a mistweaver monk for the healing throughput. Strength, constant pressure, and the ability to make the enemy miserable, having more casters makes also being tunneled less likely, and the interrupts and silences are not only written in the name of warlock or elemental. So those two combined makes it very difficult for the enemy team to actually choose which targets they are going to tunnel. The healer also has an easier time to cast spells, although the best to do in pressure moments is to actually press CDs, like for example Ray of Hope or Guardian Spirit whenever you are playing a Holy Priest. Weaknesses Yeah, it can be difficult to play versus RMPs. This is going to be the trend in this current patch. It needs a bit more preparation and communication as for goes and CCs. It is also reliant on the demo and the LS ability to spam CC whenever they can to be the actual poison for the enemy team. So my third comp that I actually prefer to play, Fast and Furious favorites comp, makes it into the top 5. It is Turbo Cleave. Enhancement Shaman Fury or Arms Warrior is one of the best comps to win after 1 or 2 goes. Enhancement Shaman's best friend is a good warrior that can protect his nakamas. The burst and consistent damage of this comp is unrivaled and has the potential to kill targets without any setup. Enhancement Shamans gives the possibility to also hex the off target or the healer to make them sweat whenever you are in your burst rotation. The warrior giving the mortal wound effect gives you the possibility to wear down on the mana pools of the specific healers, and the range kick and the grounding totem gives also the possibility to win versus those nasty caster cleaves. A holy priest goes very well with this comp as a range stun and a fear can be very handy in those kill attempts. The warrior can be Kirin if so desired, but Necrolord has an edge for me in this specific holy priest meta. This comp can kill anyone and everyone. The enhancement shaman has the possibility to, of course, play loads of great builds following specific situations. Does he want to chain harvest as fast as possible, or does he want to play with doom winds and kill people every ascendance go? So the few strengths are the insane off healing and burst from an enhancement shaman can be off-putting versus a lot of teams. They think they got you, but oops, a chain harvest is flying towards the whole team and you are surprised with a full health shaman and warrior reversing the situation. They have high utility as the warrior can fear, intervene, stun, and the shaman can have an array of totems to defeat the enemy. The few weaknesses are the healer might have a bigger job with healing and trying to fake cast whenever they want to go for a heal. As Turbo is a melee cleave, they are also susceptible for a great number of free damage on them and can be a bit more stressful to heal and play. The team also suffers versus a great RMP as the enhancement shaman doesn't have that many tools to defend themselves whenever the team is CC'd by the opponent. It is no secret you want to kill RMPs and you want to kill caster cleaves, then there is KFC open for you. Instead of eating delicious Kentucky Fried Chicken, I present to you Kung Fu Cleave, which is a hunter coupled with a freaking warrior. Yes, you have multiple working specs, but I would recommend to play with a BM hunter, as which you have an easier time to set up some skills. This cleave combines setup strength and raw consistent damage strength, which is needed to kill those pesky casters. As for RMP, you have a great Roar of Sacrifice that could save you from those annoying combust goes. It is not an automatic win, but you can make sure to have a great shot at winning versus those comps. Your strength resides at freezing trapping the healer with ease, but also can couple with a great intimidating shot from the warrior, or you can pair yourself with a resto druid to help you cyclone those frozen targets. This comp is especially fun for a hunter, as it's possible to play as MM, survival, and BM. Most of the time you can force yourself into a win, but you can of course make dampening a living nightmare for the enemy team. Strength, great CC possibilities, great burst windows, you will have a great time finding win conditions, and really the popular comp like Caster Cleaves and now Outlaw RMP have a great chance at losing versus you. The healer will also not like the constant free CC that you can get as a BM hunter. Weakness, you really can die easily to a great turbo cleave. As a BM, you can easily see your pet die in an instant because of unwanted AoE damage. Also, Fury or Arms will have a tougher time surviving damage and will need an attentive BM to secure yourself from sticky situations. Your healer will also have a tougher time healing the war, since it doesn't have the off healing from a red or a enhancement shaman. Before mentioning my last comp in the top 5, I want to mention jungle and RMP as honorable mentions. Those two comps are great comps and probably fan favorites for a few DPSs like ferals and rogues. They have a few comps that can really work, but those two comps are probably the best comps for these respective specs. Those are really god tier comps. I have personally not enjoyed jungle. It may be my inability to make it work or simply enough not the ideal specs for me. RMP on the other hand is a comp I know is very popular among fire mages and rogues, but personally I don't play those two classes, and as such it is very hard for me to have an opinion on the fun factor of these comps. My fifth favorite comp that I have fun with is Thundercleave. Yes, that comp is insanely strong at this very moment. It has such great potential for fast-paced game. The elemental shaman stacking mastery is a literal turret, but can also be very mobile because of the tier set and the constant lava surges procs that they can have. The warrior, on the other hand, he is the peel machine, the creme de la creme, the great mortal wound machine. You can play it as a fury or arms. You will be super useful to your team composition. It is really fun to play. Is a nice change of pace compared to Turbo, for example. Thunder gives you the possibility to really go unchained as a warrior, and the elemental will have the tremendous job as surviving will be your main focus. But at the end of the game, you will be surprised at the damage that an elemental actually can do when focused by the enemy team. For that comp, you'll need a big healer that actually can heal lots of damages, so I would recommend Holy Priest and Holy Paladin. They can both offer CC, protection, and bursts of healing to save your two main stars. Strength, the burst potential has no limit. It can sometimes surprise everyone whenever your fury or arms warrior goes ham, and that the elemental shaman gets an ascendance proc which results to everyone dying as things should be. Peels are efficient and can really do wonders for the elemental shaman, but also for the warrior. The elemental shaman, if not focused, is a literal poison for any enemy you can face. Weaknesses, the elemental has the uncomfortable position of being the sole focus of the enemy team. It has its perks, but it also has weaknesses. If the elemental shaman doesn't know how to kite or how to soak damage without dying, that will make the comp very hard to play. Any great elemental shaman can make this comp work, but if you are a fan of caster cleaves and only swear for caster cleaves, that comp can be on the harder side since you are the sole caster of this comp and you are really prone to silences and interrupts in general. So those are my top 5s of the comps that I'm actually playing. It is very fun to test a lot of comps. I could state DK/DH since I'm playing DK. I could state Affliction lock with a Frost Mage, which is alright, but it's a bit harder for Affliction to actually survive. I could mention so many good comps, but those are my top 5s. And of course, jungle and RMP, I know that they could be fun for a lot of classes, a lot of specs that actually prefer to play that way. But as I said, I don't play rogue, I don't play mage, I don't really play feral, so it makes it a bit harder for me to actually live the things that people would live whenever they're playing jungle or RMP. So I hope you liked this video. It has been quite short. I thought it would be a 20-minute video, but it's better that it's a bit shorter than usual. Thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate you guys. And of course, we will see each other very soon. Be sure to subscribe again on my channel, because if you like PvP content, why not? And also like the content of the video if you liked the content of the video, but also comment below what you think about this video so I can improve for my next videos that are coming very soon. So thank you for watching, have a great day, and be sure to be safe. Bye.